All right, there we go. You're listening to the 5th episode.
Cinco, number 5, the best of the Star Wars, even though it's technically the second one, but whatever.
Well, yeah.
We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Can I say this title?
Maybe I want to change it up.
It's the
today.
Don't Miss This podcast with Sam Butler and Jack Anderson. Jack.
ED.
Sam.
EB.
Okay, I guess we're doing that.
I didn't know what you do. So,
But, yes, Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars.
For sure.
And that is...
It's hard to debate.
That is just hard facts.
Anyway, I got caught up in Star Wars immediately. But today's not about Star Wars.
No, it's not, Jack.
Today's about a much different story.
It's nerd related.
Yes.
Well, Jack, what we were talking about just now.
Yes.
Fingerless gloves.
Are a game changer.
They change who you are.
I'm wearing them currently, and I am not going to take them off.
You
ever.
definitely are, because they are mine.
You say that, but they're on my hands.
And you think just because you're stronger than me that you just get to keep the whole ensemble?
I am more worthy, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. You know, you looked honestly just like him right now. Because of the bagginess of it and everything and the gloves.
Yeah, yep. For anybody that's wondering what's going on right now, I am currently wearing Sam's Fat Thor Avengers Endgame costume, the full thing.
Yes,
with
indeedy.
A plaid pant. Sam really came to play in this costume. Sammy B, why did you put this costume together?
So I put the costume together because my lovely girlfriend Ajane and I went to Denver Comic-Con this weekend.
DCC, they can't call it Comic-Con
They can't
anymore.
call it Comic-Con anymore.
Yeah.
It's the pop culture convention, but it's Comic-Con.
Right.
I went out of my way to call it Comic-Con because I really
take you to court for that.
well, I don't give a shit.
Uh-huh.
But that's the thing is that has kept me from going to Denver Comic-Con every year that they've done it is because you and I, it's our pilgrimage to go to SDCC.
It is.
Go to Hall H and listen to them, reveal new Marvel movies.
I wish
we need to see Hardwick bring out Feige and the
Exactly.
crew.
I am bummed that we just didn't really get any of the Infinity War, the Infinity Saga or whatever they're calling it. We never got to see any of those, but also we were
None of
never
those
in
announcements.
San Diego, we were never.
Yeah, and also it costs a shitload of money.
It's a commitment for sure.
But ever since that, whenever Denver Comic-Con would be rolling around, I'd just be like, these fucking losers. Who's going to come to Denver? No, it's not San Diego. It's got to be San Diego.
It's got to be.
Gotta be San Diego.
Because San Diego is the OG. I mean, that's
Yeah.
where George R.R. Martin was selling
then-
bootleg Game of Fire and Ice copies,
Song of Ice and Fire dipshit.
That one. It's
Just
too
because
many
the
names.
show's over, you completely fired out all of the knowledge.
I watched it all. I did a podcast on it. I wrote a book about
and
it.
you're
I'm
done with it.
Yeah.
Flush it out.
Everybody wants to talk about it. I'm like, guys, it's over. Guys, it's done.
Dunzo. Dunsky.
No more Game of Fire Song Ice. No more of that nonsense. No more of this Snow Daenerys.
I really was happy when Daenerys Snow won the Game of Thrones.
Grandpa of Dragons, yeah.
She came and practiced the Game of Thrones. She was the far superior athlete.
That's right.
And her performance in the Game of Thrones.
Yes, and to watch Arya,
she had a 4.240.
Exactly. To watch Arya and the Hound finally get married. I mean, it was crazy. Guys, we've moved past it.
I know. And then Jon Targaryen, my bad.
Which is actually kind of right.
I mean, it's kind of right, but also to see him and Tyrion go full heel turn and get married,
it was crazy.
Whoa.
Progressive is what I called it. Progressive.
Wow.
Do you hear? Legitimately,
show.
Kit Harington is in rehab.
Really? Like grief wise?
Yeah, it's I don't know. I haven't done a ton of looking into it, but from what I can tell, he's really like the show ending was really hard for him.
I'm sure. Well,
it's really hard for him.
Watching him read
Snow.
that scene,
where he
on the
kills
documentary
Dany.
where he killed Dany, that was rough.
Yeah, you could tell he definitely didn't do his homework because they're probably supposed to read those before they go in.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Is that how D&D work? That they just sit on it? until the table read, because you think.
The lady like that's pulling out all the scripts in the documentary is like, she's like, oh yeah, they have the option. They can read them before, they can read them after, and I'm like, what?
100% read it before.
Yeah.
Like, I would be clamoring, just like knocking on the door. Hey, are the scripts in?
I guess it is.
Are the scripts in?
I guess it is kind of cool though, because it's like their way to kind of watch the episode, which is something that I really like. I would love to like make TV. Obviously,
well, they wanted to be surprised.
Exactly.
That's
once
the closest they'll come to actually watching it like an audience member.
Because when you're making the sausage, you don't really get the full experience of what you.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool and I don't know. It's interesting. That documentary was pretty interesting.
Well, that was the thing with all the Avengers junkets was that none of them had seen the movie.
Yeah.
None of them had seen the movie until Downey played it that Easter Sunday,
and they hate Brie Larson.
Yeah, they do not like Brie Larson.
Not like Brie Larson. Chris Hemsworth,
but also that's
Jeremy
her
Renner.
fault.
Oh yeah, no, she
comes in trying to be as cocky as Captain Marvel. It's like no, these people have been friends. They've been working together for a while, and you come in trying to be like one of the boys, punching up, talking shit. No. You got to earn your slams.
That's right.
You got to earn your slams. You don't go toe to toe with Chris Hemsworth and just go, yeah, I'm the strongest Avenger, and he's just like, well. Are you though?
Did you see that scene in Infinity War? I mean, did you see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But,
that's one thing though that I did have something popped up on the internet provocative, where the final battle in Endgame, Thor with Mjolnir and Stormbreaker had a real hard time with Thanos. When in Infinity War, Thanos had all of the gems and. My speculation is because he got fat.
Yeah, no, I think like one, he's just definitely not in the mental state to take it. You can tell
he's drunk.
He's drunk. he's got this very obviously justified hang up about Thanos.
Yeah,
he's out of shape.
Oh, he's probably like it's like how I would feel when we would be throwing shot put. Every time that like I'd be about to release, there would be a part of me that would just like hesitate almost, just and that's probably what he's doing when he's fighting Thanos, is because he's just like he's got that. But when he was first coming at him, he's like, I'm gonna fucking fuck this guy up.
You got to think about it. In Infinity War, he loses Loki and Heimdall. I mean, he's just lost Odin, lost Asgard, but killed Hela, who is almost more powerful than Thanos. Thanos too. You can kind of tell, once he takes that armor off, he's not going 100% in Infinity War. He's doing enough
because
to get
he's got the gems.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's just like, I want to be a little bit more aerodynamic, some breathability. I mean, my pits have been stanking in that armor, man.
I can't keep doing it.
It's been rough.
And, I mean, Thanos seems to be a being of untold age, but, for some reason...
Well, he's an Eternal.
Yeah, in 2014 compared to 2018... He is so much more athletic.
Yeah.
He is an animal.
Yeah. He is very, like, he's just...
And he's and then also, so, like, he fucked Thor up on the Asgard ship, and then Thor really gets him by surprise in Wakanda. Like it's just all of a sudden
all of a sudden there's a fucking hammer.
There's a
blasting him.
Hammer,
blasting him with lightning and then thrown at him.
A hammer that is strong enough to beat the gems, the stones.
Yeah, it cut through because he had all six and the fucking energy blast came out of it.
Yeah.
And it just
and it hit him right in the chest. And so Thor's got a lot going for him. And then he goes and he kills Thanos. And then he doesn't fight. For all we know, he doesn't fight for those 5 years.
No, he's straight up.
Yeah.
They establish New Asgard, and then he just has been playing Fortnite and getting fat.
It's kind of like...
drunk the whole time.
It's like when Marshawn Lynch came out of retirement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where, like, when Marshawn Lynch was on the Seahawks, he was a force to be reckoned with.
Yes.
When he came back on the Raiders, it was like... He was fine. It was cool to have him back.
He's still the same guy.
He made an impact, but he wasn't the guy anymore.
No.
He lost it. He lost his fire, and now he's retired again.
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch and Thor. They're similar characters.
Thorshawn Lynch.
Thorshawn Lynch, yes, indeed. Thorshawn Lynch son.
But him getting fat, is very... grand. This is the second time we're talking about Fat Thor, but also because
we haven't even talked about.
I had decided. Yeah, well, we're gonna do like a whole bash for all the Marvel movies.
Yeah, we are.
We gotta spread them out.
Today's episode is not about Endgame.
No.
No. Anyway,
we'll get to the subject of the episode later after we catch up. But back to why I wanted to do this costume is being Fat Thor is because, well, I've been ride or die Team Thor.
I get it.
Since 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love me some Thor, but I really started to love Thor after Ragnarok, and that's where I give you props. Since Thor 1, you've been Thor's my guy.
Ride or die.
Yeah.
Ride or die, except
I've been riding the fence of Cap and Thor for some time.
Yeah. Well, their relationship in Age of Ultron was very fun for me.
Yes, it was wonderful.
With the hammer and the shield, and then him almost lifting Mjolnir. Did you see why he couldn't lift Mjolnir? Mm-hmm. Because he couldn't. It's because he hadn't told Tony the secret.
That's what I was thinking. Yes,
that's why he wasn't worthy. And then after Civil War, he became worthy.
That's what I've assumed.
And that's what the fuck is up.
Because
Thor wasn't there for Civil War.
No, he wasn't.
But I was Fat Thor for two reasons. One, because I'm ride or die Thor, and two, it's a very easy costume to assemble.
Yeah, it's not bad, man. I feel like half of these.
The only thing you're not wearing is the hoodie that I wore, and I replaced it with that zip up one because one, I don't really wear it that much anymore, and two, I don't want to have to take the robe off to take the hoodie off.
I get it.
Yeah. But it's an easy costume, and I've put on a substantial belly, especially since Endgame came out, because I've been just drinking beer because of Fat Thor.
What you said at dinner the other day, you were like, I'm bursting.
I think I might have said that. I am bursting at the seams, man. I have the most Burt Kreischer body right now, man. Like Mickey Mantle jean, like not very big tits, but that belly, bro. And then like I can recover from a hard night of drinking like that, you know. My cardio recovery isn't that bad.
No.
I could work out if I wanted to, but I don't wanna.
No.
And it's what's good, whatever.
No, you're killing
But
it.
I was just like, you know what? It was either Thor or Peter B. Parker, which is Jake Johnson's Spider-Man in Into the Spider-Verse, because what was going into my whole thing was, what can I assemble that's like movie accurate but also very easy and inexpensive.
Yeah.
So to be Peter B. Parker, all I would need would be just like a Spider-Man shirt. I'd need another wig, but shorter, brown. But that's the thing. I'll get to the rest of the costume. So he also has like these sweats, but they're kind of like capris. Mm-hmm. They go up his calf, and then he's got one gray Converse low top, and then a work boot. That's what he wears on his feet. And then he's got a trench coat. Mm-hmm. But I picked him because he's let himself go as that Spider-Man.
Right, of course.
Which also, fun fact, is the real Spider-Man from Earth 616. That's the Marvel Comics universe. Yeah, that's the main continuity universe. And I noticed that when I watched it, because it was showing all the dimensions they were pulling the Spider-Man from, and it said 616. I'm like, oh, Jake Johnson is the Spider-Man. He's the real Spider-Man.
He has taken a beat. Sorry, I just bopped the mic.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to.
But he's the real Spider-Man.
Interesting.
Yeah. Is Nick Miller is Spider-Man.
I hope we get to see Tom Holland play that version of Peter Parker.
You just grow up and be just depressed and fat.
Exactly. Because I think that's where we all end up.
Yeah. But I picked that one because I am so chubby. And I love Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Spidey and Thor. They're my guys.
So you dudes.
They're my guys. And then, I didn't do the legwork to nail down all the stuff. And I was just like, how about Fat Thor?
Sure.
Because I'd only need the wig, get the Ray-Bans. Mm-hmm. Then I assembled the fucking everything else day before.
The day
before. Because... I finally found a picture of him online that had his whole wardrobe from when they're doing the time heist. Because it was either that or like the one when he shows up at Avengers HQ and he's got the Lebowski cardigan and the schlubby Henley shirt, where he's putting his hand down his pants.
Yes.
Yeah. And
it's my favorite.
it's great. But also, as you know, because you've tried, finding a Lebowski cardigan is kind of hard.
It's difficult, man.
You'd think that they'd have more Lebowski cardigans.
And it's expensive. You
Yeah.
know, if you can find one, they're expensive.
How did the dude afford that?
He probably stole it.
Oh, he probably actually started the whole craze.
Yeah, right?
He got it when it was cheap, wore it, owned it as the dude, and then they made that movie.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, everybody wants one.
Everybody wants a cardigan.
You know, supply and demand go up, price goes up right where with it.
You just described what I went to 4 years of business school to learn. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So you learn how to fuck people over.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I actually watched Big Lebowski after I went to Comic-Con because, well, you gotta have some Lebowski in your life. That is a indelibly great fucking movie.
Probably watch that movie 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah. You gotta.
You have to.
You gotta keep fresh with it.
100%.
It is so fucking funny. And the thing about it is, like, the thing that you love about the dude, or at least you and I love about the dude, is exactly what we love about Barry. Is this guy who's just constantly inconvenienced. Mm-hmm. All he wants to do is chill.
Yeah.
And live his life, and then all this shit keeps getting thrown at him.
It's a beautiful thing.
You know?
And it destroys. And what I love about it is it destroys so many like Hollywood stereotypes where like you really do want your character to take action. You do like everything you watch.
All the writing classes that you and I have been to is like the protagonist has to make all the decisions. They have to propel the story forward. Mm-hmm. But as far as the dude goes, the story just happens to him.
Exactly.
And it's so fucking funny.
And he must react.
Right.
He must.
Right. And honestly, that's like, well, I mean, that's what they based Thor off of in Endgame.
Yeah, literally.
Was the Big Lebowski. And that reminds me, so while I was at Comic-Con, I found somebody who was dressed like the dude.
That's the man.
And I took a picture with him, of course. So you got Dude Thor and the dude.
He fucking killed it.
Yeah, he's got it down. He's got the shorts and the flip-flops and everything.
He got the full-on robe, yeah.
The unfortunate thing for that guy, though, which I felt bad for, was he had so many people coming up to him asking him if he was Fat Thor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like, I'm the dude, man.
I'm the dude, man.
Like,
that
what?
Or Duder or El Duderino, if you're not into the
Breckenridge Brewery had their own little, like, bar booth in the convention center, and I went to go get a beer, and I walked up and everybody was stoked.
Yeah,
they were like, "Fat Thor, he's coming to get a beer," and I'm like, "I need beer."
Yeah, there's beer on the ship.
What kind?
What kind? Tears in his eyes.
What kind?
What kind?
But I went up there and I got a beer, and this chick came up. She's like, "How many people have come up to you and wondered if you're the dude or Fat Thor?" And I'm like, "Oh, everybody's gotten that I'm Fat Thor." And you know, I put in the work for this costume because do you remember back in my Harry Potter days when I won that costume contest?
Yes.
So it was, you know, for people that don't know, the background is that every year, or at least when the Harry Potter movies were coming out and the books too, they would have a midnight release party at Borders Bookstore. Mm-hmm. You know, so you know you'd be there at midnight the day that it was released, and I went there as a kid. And I meticulously made sure my outfit looked exactly like Harry Potter's. Mm-hmm. However, it was from the video games, where he had a red sweater and a fucking khaki pants and loafers, plus the Gryffindor robe, plus the glasses, and the scar I made sure to put in the perfect place. I was so detail-oriented then, and it just kind of drove my mom a little crazy trying to find all the stuff. But I won the damn contest.
That's all that matters.
I got that fucking Harry Potter cutout that I still have.
Yes. Yes, you do.
And a free copy of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone on VHS.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I only had the audiobook.
No.
This is the real deal.
This is the real deal, man. And so I won that. And so I kind of went at this Thor thing the same way. I'm like, I got to get, you know, the plaid pants. Mm-hmm. I got to get the gray Crocs.
Yes.
Which, speaking of, Jack, I've been shitting on you for so long for getting your Crocs wearing with socks.
Yeah. Including my roommate right there.
And we got his roommate here to bear witness to what I'm about to admit.
Don't say it.
Say it.
I'm in the Crocs cult, pal.
Boom!
I'm with it. You've tapped into a secret. Crocs are the shit.
As my favorite comedian Chris D'Elia would say, ba-boom.
Ba-boom.
Yeah. Crocs are the shit, people. Get your shit together. When there is a shoe named after a crocodile, you better believe that's the best fucking shoe on earth.
Well, I mean, that's what got you into it.
Yeah, and then I discovered that they are incredibly comfortable, and you can eat them if need be.
Yeah. You can eat them?
You can boil them and you can eat them.
Is that true?
Yeah, you can boil them and eat them.
I wouldn't recommend it.
It's not toxic, and it doesn't really provide nutritional value, but it
Survival.
will. Yeah.
What's it made out of?
I don't know.
Find out.
Edible rubber. But also...
I was going to say Chinese children's tears.
The thing about these Crocs, though, I gotta say, is
Kind of both.
every time that I step on them, they scream.
They scream?
Yeah, like Chinese children would.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah. I thought they would have learned to be quiet.
No.
That's
but
phone factory.
One,
Sorry.
they're fantastically comfortable. I'm a huge fan of slip-on shoes that I can pop on and run out the door with.
They're great.
Not have to give a flying fuck about tying laces or making sure not to mash any heels into my tennis shoes or anything like that. But the thing is, that surprised me is, like, you look at them and they got all those holes and ventilation in it. They get toasty.
They do.
They get toast.
They're a good winter shoe, you know?
And speaking of being toasty, Jack, so wearing the Fat Thor costume in summer is not ideal.
Yeah, it's not super fun.
Not
right now.
ideal.
Yeah, it's very hot.
So, yeah, you're wearing it now. You're sitting right in front of the AC, which
and even then,
you know,
it's not going
exactly.
great.
No, you got the wool cut off or fingerless gloves. I mean, well, you're wearing a wool hoodie. The hoodie that he wears is just a regular pullover. It doesn't have the wool involved, but you still got the bathrobe.
I think I'm having a panic attack. That's my favorite line.
And then you got the freaking fleece sweats.
Yes, baggy.
Plus the Crocs.
With some socks.
And the wig. Yeah, that's the thing about the wig, man, is, you know, I'm a bald man. I've been a bald man for quite some time.
You got Cody with that.
You hair people. You hair people, and I'm talking to you too, Cody. You guys really underestimate the warmth value of your hair. Oh my God.
I don't like the way you say Baldman like it's your last name.
It's a Baldman.
He's Sam Baldwin.
I'm a Baldman.
Sam Baldman.
Sam Baldwin.
Oh, man.
Yes. I'm a Baldman.
Like Alec Baldwin?
No. That's Alec Baldwin.
Wan. Yeah, there we go.
I got him. But
Cody,
no.
do you understand why I am the way I am now?
Is it because you have hair? It's a combination of you have hair and wear Crocs.
Yes.
Yes.
Literally.
You can
See,
be bald and wear Crocs and be cool.
Up top, bud.
You're good. So
Yeah,
you
see,
got-
I'm good. I'm safe. Bald
There's a
with
reason
Crocs.
I don't wear Crocs. I have hair.
Ah, see? See?
Fucking up the rotation, man.
Get right.
His bald Crocs pass, man. Bald Crocs pass.
But no, the Crocs.
Hey,
Part of the
yes.
Crocs cult. Crocs with socks.
Yes, Crocs.
Hashtag it everywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
But no, the way I was approaching this costume was I was getting really anal about the details and everything, and Ajane actually made the, or at least got the wig together. She tried making one and didn't like
Did she
it.
make this wig?
No, she made one, didn't like it, and then just bought that one outright.
see.
And then we spent a good amount of time getting it just right.
I noticed there's some pink highlights in it.
It's not pink, it's brown, but it's turned into pink. But
Let's see.
yeah, no, because she wanted to. Well, she colored it with Sharpie, the brown highlights to
get
make
that-
it a little bit grimier.
Get
And then
that sandy brown hair.
and then I'm sure you notice a certain odor to it. We sprayed it down with olive oil.
Yeah, that does smell just like olive oil.
We put olive oil in it to make it greasy.
I've been like noticing that, but like no, I was just thinking it was me. I
No,
just
no,
thought
no.
I smelled like olive oil.
No, pal. And boy, I had to wash my damn scalp so bad after after the convention because of all the oil in it.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I'm bald. And, I mean, I didn't shave my head for this particular reason. I knew I'd be wearing oil on my head. managed to make it out with only 3 or 4 zits.
Oh, not bad.
Not bad at all. But I had to scrub
it up, dub.
Scrub it up,
Dub.
But no, it was hot as fuck in that outfit. And then, so my plan was I bought 4 shooters of Jack, 4 shooters of Van Jack vodka, Colorado vodka. Buy that shit.
Yeah, it's got my name in it.
No, I mean, it's spelled with just a K, no C.
It's even better than my name.
But
then.
Jack Daniels, I like that. I've come back to Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
I always treated it like the Coors Light of whiskey, but no, it's great.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's great. But so I snuck all that shit in, but I put it in my socks, thinking they were going to pat us down and everything. No, they just kind of waved the wand.
Yeah.
I could have kept them in the fucking robe pockets.
Sure.
And that was the best part about the costume. The amount of pockets, man.
Yeah.
Storage on storage. I was a walking cargo bag, man.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I could already feel that.
But I was so hot. And I mean, the place was, it had AC. But the more drinks I was drinking, the hotter I would get because, your blood starts flowing with alcohol in it. Mm-hmm. And I just was getting hotter than fuck, dude. And I was just like, I got to start walking around. Get the airflow on me just by walking and stuff. Right. But I had to wait because Anjanae and her friend and his brothers were going to take pictures with Dave Bautista and Zachary Levi. So most of my time there was spent waiting for her.
Nice.
And it was interesting because you're just walking around looking at these people in these costumes, and people go all the fuck out.
Yeah.
Dude. And I mean, I can't imagine what SDCC is like.
Oh, crazy.
San Diego has, top of the top probably cosplayers, but this one had some pretty crazy good ones.
Yeah.
I saw other fat Thors, one with a pillow in his shirt.
Nice.
And another one with a fake beard. And I'm like, hey, guys, put in the work.
Get the real
Put in the work.
Yeah, seriously.
Like I did.
Literally.
I got fat. I grew the beard.
Beard's not easy, man. It's
not
easy. No, you got to
There's a lot of patience.
Yeah.
But when that's the only hair on your head that you have to monitor, I got all the time in the world, pal.
It's fair.
I got all the time in the world.
It's getting dense, my friend. It's getting dense.
But then we went to lunch at Chili's on 16th Street Mall. And Chili's on 16th Street Mall, I'm going to put you on blast here. Get it together. Because your boy and her friend and his brothers got a little... Oh, and her mom, too. She made it out scot-free. But we all got it sick.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And in the most bullshit way, because, I had a margarita there, which me and tequila, no great. Because it makes my brain alert, but my body feel drunk. So I just feel sick.
Interesting.
Really. So I was, alert the whole rest of the time, and I'm like, well, I'm not drunk. Okay, I'm going to go to the Breckenridge Brewery stand, get a beer, celebrate with people who like Fat Thor.
Sure.
And I drink the beer and everything, and then, I reconnect with Anjanae after she saw Zachary Levi. And, I'm walking, and I'm all of a sudden level 10 emergency, gotta puke.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And...
Oh, no.
Yeah. I was like, I can make it to the bathroom. I can make it. No. So we're walking through the convention center.
And you've eaten at Chili's at this point?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
No,
good.
it was because of the Chili's.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
No, because I wasn't very drunk.
Yeah.
At all. So we're walking and stuff, and I'm like, starting to get the cheek sweats, and I'm just like, God, I'm not feeling that good. She's like, are you going to puke? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't think it's from that beer because I'm not very drunk or anything. Yeah. And I'm walking, and I'm like, yeah, I got to puke. And the bathroom is a gymnasium away.
Nice.
And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. And I start walking. I'm like, I'm gonna power through. I'm gonna truck. I'm gonna keep trucking. And make it 1, 2, 3. It starts coming up. I turn my head up.
You did like a pelican.
I turn my head up. Tried to pelican it, and I catch it all in my mouth. And I'm like, okay, swallow it. And I'm like, no, it still keeps wanting to come out, and so it does.
Oh no!
And it was just one.
Yeah.
It wasn't when you're drunk, it tries to force everything out.
Yeah.
It was just that one. It was like a baby spurt. I threw up, and I was just like, oh, I'm good. Oh, you have. That was funny. Me sitting on the couch. Is that the one I'm thinking of?
We were sitting there at our old house, and
at our house in Lakewood we lived in.
Our buddy Joey and Sam and I, and Sam and Joey had been drinking for a little bit, and I was chilling, and And we were just hanging out and talking, and then Sam just like I don't even think you said anything.
I was laughing.
Yeah, you were just laughing, and then all of a sudden, and you just spit up all over yourself
like a baby.
I think about that probably every month.
Oh my god! I wish I was more in the audience for my puking episodes. I'm the puke champion, and like we could assemble an entire montage of just hilarious times that I've thrown up.
Some of the aftermath.
And
too.
some that you guys weren't even there for.
Yeah.
Like the one that I told you about after going downtown with Reed and Tanner and all them. Mm-hmm. And I came back and I had like a couple more beers, but then I threw in a dip and I wasn't really fucking with tobacco at the time, and I hadn't had one all day. Mm-hmm. And if you don't intake nicotine or marijuana while you're drinking in the same kind of pace, and you're just drinking, and then you have one or the other or both, it just kicks the legs out from under you. You're fucking out. And so like I put the dip in it, I'm like, okay, this is kind of no. And so I go up and run to the bathroom. Well, I throw the dip in a bottle, and I get up, I start running to the bathroom, open the door, and immediately start spewing all over the place. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sorry for all the audience members, but this is disgusting. But it's real. This happened. And it just hit the ground in like, a perfect slip and slide track. I'm running to the bathroom or like to the toilet trying to get in. I slip and fall flat on my back, slide on the floor like a slip and slide, slam into the bathtub, get up, put my head in the toilet. I'm empty. And then I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? And then I just hear... And I look over and there's Winnie cleaning up the aftermath.
Winnie the Bish.
And I'm too drunk to stop him.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm just like, you know what? Honestly, you're doing me a big solid, bud. Enjoy the buzz.
I love it. Oh my god.
But that's not what happened at Comic-Con. I walk in and I'm Pelican and I throw up. Just one.
Yeah.
And I go and clean up, and Anjanae makes me go apologize to the guys who, like, because immediately, like, there's this, like, a black security guard there. He just goes, clean up on aisle 10 over his fucking walkie-talkie. And she goes, like, we go, and I just wipe my face off because that's all I needed. I didn't need to go and throw up more or anything because it was...
It's food poisoning.
It was food shit. Yeah. I just got it out, and I was like, I'm good. I'm good to go.
Done so.
And so she walks me back, and I go to the security guys. I'm like, guys, I'm good. We just had some Chili's, which I think is, not great.
Not doing well.
Not doing so well with that.
What'd you get from the Chili's?
And, I got a pick 2 thing where it was baby back ribs and
BBRs.
Chicken strips. I think it was the chicken strips that did it.
Yeah,
because the people who got sick all had chicken.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think that was part of it. And Anjanae didn't even finish her whole deal. She sent it home with her mom and leftover boxes.
And mom got sick as well.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
So
Chili's
on 16th Street Mall. You're on blast.
Yeah. You're getting called out.
I'm not going to leave a Yelp review.
Yeah.
I'm going to call you out on a podcast.
Boom.
That all of 10 people listen to.
Hey, I've been getting compliments about the podcast actually this week. I mean, from close friends and family, but it's cool. Like, people are listening to it. And like,
well, then if they're listening, they got to share it with more.
I agree.
We love you guys.
Yeah,
you're our stans.
Stands.
You know what? That's one of those things. One of those internet terms that needs to die.
Yeah,
calling someone a stan. Okay, yeah, Eminem coined that back in like 90 something.
I don't know what
99
a stan is. I've never heard of
this. He wrote a whole song called Stan, and it's about like stalker fans.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we need more stands for sure.
Yeah, no, I would love a stand. Just like look out the window right now and see somebody has propped up a ladder watching us record right now.
I have plenty of stalkers, but like for no reason. I'd look for a reason.
For a podcast. Exactly. Just be like, I love your podcast.
That'd be great.
DMT with Jackie D.
It's like ever since I watched the show everybody's stalking me. Or maybe I'm stalking everybody.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, but I've been doing that since
You're
the
Joe.
third grade. I am Joe.
You're Joe Goldberg.
What can I say? I related to the character.
Jack Anderson is Joe Goldberg. Put on the record, he framed his therapist for murdering the girlfriend that he murdered.
And I'm currently in the process of framing my therapist
for helping you.
Yes, that's exactly that. Oh shit!
Yeah, but anyway, otherwise at Comic-Con, it was just a lot of standing around, and looking at people, and like it was crazy weird the vibe because it was like it was the level of a sporting event, but it was all nerds, and nobody was rooting against each other.
Nice.
There weren't like Star Trek and Star Wars dipshits fighting, DC and Marvel people fighting. Everyone was just like, dude, nice costume.
Just chilling.
And like, you know, one time I was waiting before I went and got that beer that, you know, mixed badly with the chilies. I was just sitting on a wall because there's no benches or anything. I was just sitting there, just laying there with my head back, and I looked exactly like Thor when he was passed out in Endgame.
Yeah.
And like 4 or 5 people walked up and snapped pictures of me. And then there was this one girl who was with this dude who was in a really cool Predator costume. She came up and asked for my autograph.
Nice.
So I signed Thor with a little Mjolnir after it.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's fucking rad.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It was really cool because people wanted to take pictures of me, and they were just like, "Man, I mean, I'm sorry you got fat and everything," and you know, like, but while
Sounds
we
like
were,
my kind of place.
yeah, it's pretty sweet. We gotta go, and you gotta go as Ragnarok Thor or you know, Infinity War Thor or Captain America.
It's a cap.
Jack, I feel like if you get a full-on, like, really authentic Captain America costume, the second you put it on, you're going to feel like how you feel in this Thor costume right now. Times 20. Just being able to embody the skin. This is what actors love.
Exactly.
But also, I feel like it's way cooler to be somebody who's already established.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like somebody who's a mantle that you're taking on.
Exactly.
Like, that's why RDJ fought so hard to get Iron Man, even though the studio was like, fuck no.
Is that true?
Yeah, he really was like fighting and auditioning hard to be Iron Man.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And the studio was not having it because of his history.
Right.
And, you know, Jon Favreau kept bringing him back for auditions, you know, callbacks and whatnot, and eventually Favreau wore them down because, like, RDJ put in the work.
Yeah,
he needed to be Tony Stark.
I am Iron Man. Damn it! I can't snap in the gloves.
That's exactly what I had happen to me at the convention. Was I was trying to snap like Thanos for a few things, and it's the wool gloves stop you.
They do. They
because you can feel your fingertips like you're about to snap.
Oh.
You do the motion, and then it's just like dunk.
It's a blue ball snap.
There you go.
It's a real ball. You can like feel like you're like yeah. What the fuck?
It's not a snap.
It's not a snap.
It's
a bap at best.
A bap.
That's a bap. A boom.
Bap.
Bap. You can't kill half a life with a bap.
Yeah. But being in this costume totally affected the entire experience because, like,
my roommate likes to flip me off.
well, it's because it's earned.
Oh, very much so. I can't believe he still lives with me. But,
But
you forget to pay rent, you wear Crocs.
I didn't forget to pay rent.
you're wearing Crocs, though.
I am wearing Crocs. I'm proud of.
Me too now.
Yeah.
Crocs with socks gang.
Slowly
Crocs with socks gang.
but surely. Yes.
You gotta get some Ray-Bans.
Yeah, I do. Very much
Or at
so.
least some Lebowski style.
Yeah, I agree. I could get both.
For that CWS.
CWS.
Yeah?
Yeah. What's CWS?
Yeah. CWS, what the fuck is that, Cody? You can't
Crocs
say
with
that.
socks.
Crocs with socks! Ah!
It takes a second, but the acronym game is very easy to get once
Well,
you think
and
about it.
is the acronym game strong here? Because I feel like the Pete Holmes-esque kind of nicknamey thing goes on around here quite a bit.
Yeah, no, I definitely picked that up. The acronym thing was something I came in strong with when we first moved in together.
I'm sure.
And you know, at first he hated it, and now he's doing it. So shows the effect I have on people.
Oh, you mean complete insolence?
Yeah, I pretty much drive people to the point of
And
insanity.
obnoxious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
obnoxious insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I mean, that's your brand.
That's what I've always
You find
thought.
your brand, you stick to it.
That's right. Be yourself.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
That was the other thing. So, 2 vendors. This is what I'm going to finish on with Comic-Con. actually, so Ajane got pictures with Batista and Zachary Levi.
Was Batista dressed as Drax?
No, Batista also wasn't having it at all. He just wasn't.
He didn't like it?
No, you see the picture that they took, and he's just like,
yeah.
Fucking shoot me. And I'm like, dude, you cost the most to take pictures with. You're making hella Skrilla to take pictures. Smile.
Chill, man. Yeah, what do your job
Are you still bitter that you got your nose ring ripped out at WrestleMania, Batista? Because that happened. That happened.
Yeah, it did. It's over. It's done.
That's real. Wrestling is real.
Don't get mad at Denver about it. You know what I mean?
But I mean, also, if you're going to go on this Comic-Con tour, play the part.
That's right.
Because Zachary Levi, which, also, that was hilarious, because Anjane paid for seeing it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, because, I mean, like, you know, Shazam. They had all the Shazams there, like, even from the TV series. So they had Billy Batson and Shazam from the TV series, and then Billy Batson and Zachary Levi from this Shazam movie. Which, and, you know, I'm like, oh, are you excited to see Shazam? You know, did you see it? And she's like, no, I didn't see it. I'm like, you're going to take a picture with the guy and you didn't even see the damn movie with him? Like, have you even seen Chuck?
He was Fandral in Thor.
Yeah. I'm like, have you seen Chuck? And she's like, no, I haven't seen Chuck. I'm like, have you seen anything with him? She's like, I don't think so. I'm like, well, actually, no. You've seen him in Thor, Dark World, and Ragnarok.
For like a second.
Ragnarok, he got done dirty.
Yeah.
The Warriors 3 got real done dirty in that fucking movie.
Taika Waititi said, these guys, go.
But also they had to.
They did. I mean, they were taking up space.
I also feel like they should have gotten rid of Lady Sif.
Yeah. Yeah, she just kind of didn't ever
Well, it was because her shooting schedule was off with that Blind Spot show on ABC or whatever, where she's all tatted up.
Yeah.
And Kevin Feige was just like, oh, she was on a mission somewhere else. Like, no.
No.
Well, where is she in New Asgard?
Yeah.
Where is she in New Asgard? Huh?
She's dead. She got snapped.
I hope.
She got bapped.
She got bapped. Yeah, from your standard.
That's right.
But, so, Batista wasn't having it. Zachary Levi was having it. Yeah. He put on the right face, the right mood. You gotta be... It's a performance thing.
It is.
Like, I feel like if you're going to be any kind of a performer that doesn't meet and greet, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Don't act like it's a burden. Because, one, you don't have to do it. Mm-hmm. It's completely optional. It's completely up to you.
Yeah.
You know? That's why Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. aren't at Denver Comic-Con.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, you get people that are
Pop
big.
Culture Con.
Yeah, Pop Culture Con. But I'm going to keep calling it Comic-Con to disrespect them. I disrespect dirt.
I get
it. And like they had... I remember a few years ago they had Norman Reedus come through for Walking Dead, but also that is a totally defunct show at this point.
Yeah.
They've had a few people come in. Like last year, she met Palm Clementeith,
nice.
You know, who Mantis, and Jason Momoa was there. They didn't get a picture, but Jason Momoa.
That's right. Jason Momoa came through.
JC Mose.
How cool, you know? That's
I know.
Rad, yeah.
Yeah, and he was like sticking his head out because they were in like curtains.
Yeah.
You know, blocked off.
Yeah.
So I thought it was going to be like a stage where they come out and they're like, hey, what's up? And then they go take pictures. No, they were in a booth. And, you know, Momoa stuck his head out and was like, yeah. He was so about it.
I love it.
And Batista, pal.
Yeah.
Pal. Come on.
Yeah. You're literally ruining it's more harmful for you to go do that and not be cool, you know?
Yeah. Because then the rumor spreads that you're a dick.
Yeah. Which, with Dave Bautista, it's not a huge surprise.
I mean, no.
Yeah.
But also with the sensitivity that he's had about Drax as a character and the whole James Gunn thing, you're just like, yeah, he actually is a swell guy. And then he's,
that's what we like to think.
150 fans deep, and you take a picture with him, and he's just like,
He's
like,
grouchy.
oh, okay.
He's on a low carb side.
Well, now I'm glad you got your nose ring ripped out, you punk ass bitch. Boom! And then, so we go out, and after that, because there was a gap between Batista and Zach Levi, so we went out and we were looking at vendors and stuff, and like that was actually one of the first things that she told me when we first started talking, before we started dating, was that she went to Comic-Con last year, and Tales of Suspense with Iron Man, the first appearance of Iron Man, was there, and she almost bought it for like $500 because you could flip that.
Yeah.
And we were looking at a few comic book stands to try and do the same thing. We found one where it was Iron Man's first solo comic book, and $500 for that too. And it would have been nice for your boy to split it with her, but times is tough for kid. times is tough for Fat Thor over here. And that's the thing. Is just like I was so disappointed with that. But this guy. I mean, I respect his game. I respect his hustle as a salesman. Mm-hmm. He's just like, oh man, Thor's these days can't commit to anything. They're just too busy getting fat and playing Fortnite. And I was just like,
yeah, I want to kill this man.
I don't want to spend, $250 on this comic book, even though it could be flipped for more.
Yeah. Easily.
But also, because that was the thing I told you before we started recording, that I need to tell everybody else. If you're going to go to the Denver Convention Center, just know this. There's no free Wi-Fi, and there's signal dampeners, so that you have to go onto their Wi-Fi, and they charge you $80 for a day. Fuck Denver Comic-Con. The Convention Center. Mm-hmm. Fuck the Convention Center.
Pop Culture Con.
That's fucking bullshit. $80? $80 for some Wi-Fi. Fucking A, man.
Did you pay it?
No. And that's what I'm getting at. Is my signal was so fucked the whole time that I couldn't load my bank account. Because I probably could have swung for it. Peace out, Cody. But I probably could have swung it if I could see my bank account. But I didn't see it. And then by the time I was done with the day, spending money at Chili, spending money at that brewery thing, whatever, of course I couldn't afford it anymore. Mm-hmm.
I understand.
Your boy's bad with money.
I get it.
But for the potential profit of flipping that to the right broker, dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Can make some.
Dude, I would have dropped $250 for sure.
Make some piggies, bro.
Yeah. And
meaning
the dude tried to fucking goat me, and I'm like, yeah, I'd like to, but now you've challenged my ego. Mm-hmm. If I could have checked my bank account before he goated me, I would have got it.
Yeah.
No. Fuck this guy.
Blame it on Denver Convention Center.
And then I was walking around, and I wanted a Mjolnir or a Stormbreaker, but she was like, I'm not sure how the policy goes with weapons. Mm-hmm. We went there, and there were people with weapons.
Yeah, just slinging
Harley Quinns with giant fucking Mario hammers and shit, like crazy shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, well, I could have gotten a Mjolnir. And my plan was to get like one of those tiny little foam Mjolnirs and draw the glasses on it, like your
sticker on my laptop.
Yeah. And that didn't pan out because Target, all their Avengers toys are gone.
Are they?
Like, the movie's still hot.
Guys,
what are you guys doing?
Moved on.
Did you sell out? Did you not order more? What happened, Target?
You worked there. Do you know?
No, because they fired me. They fired me pretty quick. Because I thought my job responsibility was just to help the customers, but no, I had to also be stock boy. Fuck that.
Oh yeah, no.
And cashier. I had to be 3 jobs in one for $9.50 an hour.
Ugh, yeah, no, fuck that.
It was pretty garbage,
big time.
But I still fuck with Target,
of course.
But also, why doesn't the second busiest Target in the state have all the Marvel toys in full stock?
It's a good question.
You'd think they'd stay prepped.
Gonna go to the internet.
But so I wanted Mjolnir. This is the final story. Mm-hmm. I wanted Mjolnir.
This is a 50-minute story about Comic-Con.
God damn.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. We went on plenty of tangents.
We rambled.
Yes.
I was walking around and I found a vendor that had like all these toy weapons and stuff. And they had a Stormbreaker that was like 3 feet long. And I was like, I'd fuck with that. And I'd pulled out $60 to go spend. And I go and I'm walking around and I see that. I'm like, how much is that? He's like, $65. And I'm like, well, can I split it between cash and card? He's like, yeah, but you have to put $10 on card. And I'm like, okay, well, I have $60. And then he's just like, and I'm like, so can you do like $55, give me $5 back, and then put $10 on the card? He's like, well, you got to put $10 on the card. I'm like, forget it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to walk you through how to do a basic transaction where you subtract $5 and put it onto the card.
Just take it out of your wallet, man.
I'm walking away.
Yeah.
And what I ended up getting was $60 worth of prints that are infinitely better.
Nice. Yes.
You know, I got that Fat Thor / Viking Thor print, Thanos print, you know, another Thor print, Iron Man and Spider-Man. My guys.
Yeah.
And $60. That's
you got
all.
me a cap.
I got you a cap.
Hey, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, pal. But that's it. That was Denver Comic Con, and I feel like you'd like it next year.
Yeah.
Or Pop Culture Convention.
I'll definitely be at the Pop Culture Convention.
So what happened? What did we miss in Jack's life?
Jack's life. I'll give.
I feel like this one's gonna run long, but I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as you got the time, we'll cut it off.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I do. So what happened this weekend? So my buddy, Brady Hammond, shout out, my friend.
Brady Tom?
Brady Tom?
Yeah.
I
I challenged you.
Yeah, so I was like,
Brady Hammond.
Brady Hammond, my homie, my main dude. Bodybuilding competition this weekend. I was like, you know what? Let's go hang. Let's do the thing. He was at a hotel about 40 minutes away over by DIA. And
I've only met Brady once, and he was wearing clothes.
Yes.
So I had no idea
Yeah. It gets intense.
that he was a bodybuilder
Yeah.
because you can really cover a lot with a hoodie.
Yes, you can. And you know, that's the thing, too. When those guys that's one thing I'll say. You know, I'll probably end up talking some shit about bodybuilding, but also
Do it.
Let's not ignore
Be honest.
how much work these people put into this. It is insane. The diet, the amount of work they have to put in.
Fuck. I mean, people constantly complain about superhero guys
Yeah.
being unrealistic standards. It's like, yeah, because it is. Because their job is literally to work out and put in that kind of work to look that way
100%.
for our entertainment.
These are people that go into the gym at 5, 6 in the morning without any food and walk on the stairs for an hour. You know what I mean? And then they work out again later in the day. And they never eat what they want to eat. These are very dedicated people.
Right.
Dedicated, and it's a sport. It's something that requires a lot of craft and whatnot. And so Brady was incredibly lean when I saw him. And I went to the hotel to shave his back to help because when they
I think I saw a picture of that.
Yeah, when they get the spray tan, there can't be a fiber of hair on their body.
Oh, you mean the spray black?
Yeah, pretty much. It's nuts, dude. Yeah, so we went,
God.
and Brady was so just like lean and cut up and just muscle and skin. That's really all he was.
Did that make shaving him easier because it was like shaving a rock?
No, it was more difficult because like the divot between his spine and his lats was so
cavernous.
deep. I had to like have him like round his back like a turtle to shave it. And our friend Lauren luckily helped me as well take care of business there because I was making mistakes. And
What do you mean, missing stuff or cutting stuff?
missing, cutting. He has no idea to this
He needs
day.
the back blade.
He does. I feel like I ruined things for him.
You know, I feel like if he's going into a bodybuilding competition, he should have ponied up the money for a waxing.
You know, that's what we asked him. He said, "No way, Jose.
Wow.
Too much pain.
I'm going to make my friends shave my back."
Hey, and I, you know what? He owes me probably 1,000 back scratches now.
Well, Jack, I mean, you're all about back scratches, so you better collect.
I'm an itchy man.
You're so itchy that you scratch other people
I do.
because you tell them that they're itchy.
You're looking kind of itchy, man. If I could reach across the
Man, that forearm right there is pretty itchy.
It is. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
there you go.
I don't get why people get so mad at me when I randomly scratch
because
them.
you're projecting.
I'm projecting, but I'm also helping. And also, it's kind of like that episode of The Office where Dwight's trying to get Jim fired, and he brings in the bagels, and he says, "You owe me one." You and Dylan owe me $1 million because I scratched your back. Now you must scratch mine. Anyway, let's. So
I mean, I owe Dylan for cutting my hair.
that's fair. Dylan's cut my hair several times. Trimmed my
Dylan
beard.
styled me up swaggy as fuck.
You know, shout out to the boy Dylan Reno. But
We gotta get him on here.
Got to get him on here. Got to see him again first.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there currently. So then we went, and Brady had to get a tan, and so Lauren and I ended up going.
So a tan before the spray tan.
he
So he went
ended
to
up,
like a tanning booth?
No, so he got a spray tan, but he ended up getting, I think, 7 layers by the end of that.
Fucking A, dude.
By the time he walked out on that stage, he had 7 layers of spray tan on his body.
Full on chocolate body, huh?
It was insane. We went the next day, and we went to the back to find him and say what's up, and my friend Aaron Schrader, who we call Schroeds because we didn't find out that his real name was Schrader. We always thought it was Schroeder. Anyway, long story short. So we call him H. Schroeds. And Schroeds was... We walk back there. We're going. We're talking. We're catching up. There's a whole bunch of people we knew back there. We're saying hi. And I'm talking to Brady. And Brady is dark. Brady looks like a brisket that was left in the oven too long, or wherever you make
some
brisket.
real baby back ribs.
Yeah, it
Slow
was
cooked,
glazed. Yes,
Yeah.
and I was talking to him, and Schroeds tapped me on the shoulder. He's like, "Hey, who are you talking to right now?" I'm like, "That's Brady. That's the guy that you're here for right now." He looks so different, and his teeth and his eyes were so like he's got very
super white,
so
in
white,
contrast.
yeah, and like it was crazy.
I bet he looked like one of those 1930s pictures where they are wearing blackface.
I told him he was wearing blackface,
like
so
the
many
jazz
times.
singer,
Yeah, I was
the
like,
original jazz singer.
literally, I was like, Brady, how do you feel that you were being offensive and wearing blackface at this competition, just like all these other competitors? And there's something about being at one of those places with these people that are in just insane shape, like just out of this world shape, and all look like they are mocking a little bit, but also they're just so tan, and it's crazy. And like you feel both insecure and also very happy with your life while you're back there. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're like,
you don't have to do that.
the amount of donuts, and specifically voodoo donuts, and for anybody that eventually listens to this that doesn't live in Colorado or Portland.
So what? They go out and flex,
Yeah, they go out, they do their posing.
and then they just shovel
go
donuts.
bananas.
Oh,
what have I had with Brady since his I've had pizza with him, I've had donuts with him, I've had sushi with him. I think those are the big 3. I know he got tacos today, big time, and he's doing another competition in July.
Yeah. Well, I remember
I know he's eating a lot of ice cream sandwiches.
You were involved with that one girl who was into like the fitness challenge modeling kind of deal, and she'd like be cutting and cutting and cutting, and then when it would be done, it would just be like fucking massive intake of all the shit that they've been holding on.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's like you release the beast. Really,
well, it's like anytime it's like a Sunday and you see The Rock post a picture of his cheat meal, and it's just like that could feed 4 people.
Literally, that's family sized, and he's going to take 3 of those down tonight. You know,
of course.
And the thing that you got to like realize too is like Brady's on like super low calories at this point.
Yeah,
so he is just like making up for all this time because you do have to get kind of borderline unhealthy,
really,
to get to that point.
I mean, it's just like any competition that has weight involved, like wrestling, fighting, or anything like that. I remember for wrestling having a cut, dude.
Weight cuts are brutal.
Oh my god, weight cuts are brutal, and it's just like you're not even drinking water.
No.
You're not you think that you would try and drink water to fill your stomach, and then it's like no, it just turns into bloat, adds to the weight. No, you gotta just fucking cut back on everything. And so that was the best part about wrestling meets. I mean, I'd lose every match, 100%. I'd lose. I lost.
100%.
I almost lost my way to lettering.
Damn.
I almost lettered by losses because you had to get 11 points. Each win was 2. Each loss was 1. I lost 10 matches on varsity before I got demoted to JV. I was so bummer. But every time I cut to just make weight, but that was the best part about wrestling meets, was that you would have this giant cooler or bag full of just goddamn food.
Yep.
You just pig out the whole fucking time.
Because you must.
Well, and also you're spending so much time waiting for a match, and even if you're knocked out, it's just like, what are you going to do? Fucking, you can bullshit with the guys and just shovel fucking food, man.
It's crazy. I mean, it is. It's amazing to see what the human body is capable of in deprivation.
Yeah. It's definitely, I mean, and also the dehydration probably adds to the contouring of the skin to the muscles.
It's crazy, man. And then
it's just like, well, if that's what you're about, that's what you're about.
No, I mean, it's hard work. It's amazing.
It is hard work.
I train some people that are like legit like competitors in it and stuff like that now, and it's like I mean, this is their life. And, seeing Brady go through, I mean, the discipline he has to, we go out to eat, and he'll just come over with a lunchbox and eat a meal real quick and then hang out with us at dinner. I mean, it's crazy. I'd never do that. No way, Jose,
Mm-hmm.
If I see food, I'm eating the food. And, but then another thing, something that is particularly frustrating, I learned about this event in particular, very poorly run. There's just no schedule. There's no, I mean, we were supposed to get there at 7. Brady ended up texting us to get there by 5:30. We got there at 6 because we still had to get his donut. It was a crazy thing, and it was very far away. And
wait, you guys had to go to Voodoo for him?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they had it complimentary.
No, they should.
Yeah, I interrupted you.
No.
Guys, Denver is home to Voodoo Donuts, one of the most insane donut shops in the land.
Bananas. They always have a donut shaped like a penis in there, in some way, shape, or form.
Okay, and it's cream filled.
Yeah,
of course.
The Maple the it's always got a fun name. That borderlines on whether you're very pro gay or homophobic. We don't know.
It's very, very impressive how they're able to navigate the innuendo in the Me Too era.
Exactly. It's amazing.
You can get Me Too'd by a donut at this point from Voodoo Donuts.
That's right, man. It's true. The baker could come out and say he ate my penis, and they'd be right. He'd be 100% right.
Yep.
And you get the cream out.
You guys got them Voodoo Donuts?
We got them Voodoo Donuts, and we got there by 6, and we were okay, this is okay. We saw them, and we're just waiting. And there's set classes. There's set
weight classes.
Yeah, I mean weight classes. There's for women, there's bikini, physique, bodybuilding. I mean, I don't really know super well all the categories, but there's a whole bunch, and they're all different in their own way. I don't know, but Brady didn't end up going on stage until 9. And I was at a bar at a hotel and hanging with some of Brady and I's mutual friends, Chris and Parrish, and Shruds was with us as well. A shout out to you guys.
Shruds!
And Shruds is a huge Marvel fan. You and Shruds would get along very well.
Wow.
Shruds sends me 4 things about Marvel a day. It's
really?
Great. Oh, it's wonderful.
Oh, it's it's about as bad as me.
Oh, it's great. It's wonderful.
Jack, I honestly got to tell you, the amount that I bombard you on Instagram now that you're back on Instagram, the fact that you take the time to just like them, just to like the messages, just to like them, I'm just good, he got it,
good, That's
he's a busy man.
Busy man.
I don't need him to write a whole 3 laughing emojis.
Yeah,
I just know that he felt it.
That's what I've learned. He got it. He got what I wanted out of it.
He got it.
And so, it was probably 6 beers and 2 shots in, and then we went on stage. Brady was about to go, and I was just a real piece of shit in the audience.
You heckled some bodybuilders, Jack?
I don't think I necessarily.
Jack, you're
heckled.
a performer. Did you heckle?
I didn't heckle, but I
Jack,
made I made the people around me laugh really hard at really inappropriate times. So I was just being a
true comedian.
I was being
a true comedian,
being a goof, being a real silly goose, and met some cool people, had some great times, some great laughs. And then Brady got on there and got second, which was bullshit. But also, Brady only was on stage for maybe 30 seconds the whole night. And
so that's what you spent the whole night waiting for was 30 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I got pleasantly drunk with a lot of good people. So I'll take it.
Attaboy.
And then we went up to his hotel room and he showered and he turned the floor brown and orange because of all the tan. Because, like I said, 7 coats.
It came out onto the floor?
Oh, well, onto the shower floor,
okay.
Of course, yeah. And then that would have been crazy.
Layers of tan.
He got 5 the night before, I believe, and then...
How do you sleep in that? Okay, here. How do you wear it in the first place? Because even putting lotion on my skin, I feel like I'm just wearing just this... ooze.
Yeah, like at a certain
to
point.
have spray tan, it would feel like you have latex. It's 7 layers. It would feel like you had skin tight latex.
He said he literally has to lay with his body as wide as possible and flat on the bed
and fall asleep.
Yeah, and stay there through the night.
What?
Yeah, and I could never do it.
No.
Yet another reason I would never.
If there is something professionally that depends on me sleeping on my back, I'm not going to get it.
It's not going to happen.
I have to sleep on my side.
I'm a side sleeper.
Yeah.
Usually I'm a right side, which is bad because I pulled my right trap pretty bad
Really?
a couple days ago, but it's better now.
I pulled both of my traps by sleeping on my side because I was sleeping on the left side mostly. That's usually how I go. And I switch to the other side because Winston sleeps on my right.
Winston.
We sleep together.
Old Winnie the Bish.
We cuddle.
I get it, man. You get a beast of a boy.
But just laying on him for so long, my traps and like chest muscles are so pulled forward because of that. It's just like, fuck.
I get it, man.
I gotta get in shape, man.
Hey, you just happen to have a friend that's a professional at doing that for people.
Well, I mean, like, the gym I go to isn't the gym you work at.
I know.
So you got to give me a list of shit that I need to do, and then I'll come back to you. Let's do that. Let's do that every week. Just check in. Just be like, you give me a workout, and then I gotta go. It's like, either I did it or I didn't, and I tell you the results. It's like, yeah, I did it, and I'm really sore, or no, I just decided to get drunk all week.
And for, and for every rep you don't do, I get to hit you once with a bamboo switch. I
guess that's agreed upon because you're rolling right along. Okay.
Sweet. And that's how you win an argument, people. You just keep going. So then we had a good time. We got some pizza, hung out. Sunday went on a tremendous hike, had a great time, and then saw the new Godzilla. Yes, I was going to tell you.
Oh shit! You saw Godzilla?
Yes, I keep forgetting.
So Reed saw it, and I mean, the reviews for it pretty much just kind of solidified my assumption is that all the human stuff is stupid as fuck. All the monster fights were dope as shit.
Amazing, fucking
get into
great.
it.
Yes, they gave a lot away in the trailers, but they kept just enough to keep it really fun. It was just cool, man. Like, it was just cool to see Godzilla fight King Ghidorah like 4 times. Like, it was awesome, and
Really, 4 times?
It was like 3 or 4 times, yeah, they ended up fighting, and it was always badass, and King Ghidorah was awesome, and Rodan was super cool, and Mothra didn't have as big of a part as I thought she would, but like,
good.
While she was in it, she was great.
She's a she, right? Okay.
Yeah, she's
that's
a she.
one thing that's always kind of back and forth in my head. I'm like, is Mothra a she or a he? Because I mean,
we must review this movie, and my just
I gotta
quick,
see it.
Quick takeaway is see it stoned. It's super fun to do that. Get blitzed and go because it's long.
I mean, Rampage was fun.
Yeah, it's a lot like Rampage.
You remember me on Rampage?
Oh sure,
I was so fucked up for that movie,
and you should.
And I had the greatest time.
They're fun. They're fun ramps, And I just remember the whole time with the human stuff, just being like, yeah. Can we like move on from this? So all the human stuff is to set up the fights, and it's pretty clear, you know, which is cool. It's no big deal. Kyle Chandler's just a real stick in the mud in that movie.
Really? Because he was one of the funner parts of King Kong.
Yeah, he's great. I don't hate him, but like you'll have to see it. But like his role in the movie, he doesn't end up serving it at all.
Really?
He just ends up being there. And
Millie Bobby Brown's dad?
Yes.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown. And then Tywin Lannister's in it. He's
great. And he's like the main guy who's like, I want to weaponize shit. And it's like, why do you have to weaponize everything?
He's got an interesting motive, but also it's like I've seen it 5 times now, and it's a motive with a message. It's like some
Jurassic Park villain.
Kinda.
I want to use these monsters.
I would very, very, very loosely compare him to Thanos. Thanos is way better.
He's using the Godzilla monsters to wipe out population.
Pretty much, yeah.
So is his goal like to focus where they're going to fight?
Him and no, their goal is just more. So there's like 17 monsters in it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you only
not just the big 4, Rodan and Mothra and Ghidorah.
And
Godzilla, of course.
Yeah, those are the 4 that like you follow through the movie. But then there's all these things. There's this one I really want to tell you about it. It's like barely in it. Can I tell you about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a giant
spoiler.
Spoiler. It's like a giant mammoth gorilla.
What? Mamarilla.
It's wonderful. And I wish it was in it more. I remember like they have a little like tease of it at the beginning on like the legendary logo, and it's like an old like like carving of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if that thing's not in the movie, I'm walking out.
Well, that was the whole
And
thing
it
with Kong Skull Island with them going through.
They mentioned Kong several times in it
Really?
as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, because they're setting up Godzilla versus King Kong.
Oh,
which
big time.
I feel like it's going to be a total
I
exactly the same. But here's the thing.
I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of monsters in that.
This movie's been getting slammed by critics because of all the stupid shit that the people do. And it's like, Jack, I remember back in the day when we watched old Godzilla movies, and I don't remember a single thing that any of the humans did in those movies.
It's not what it's about.
Because it's not what it's about. You want to see these monsters fucking beating the shit out of each other, tearing apart cities.
Yeah.
And
Ghidorah's fucking rad.
I'm sure,
Yeah.
dude.
He's
I'm
cool.
fucking sure.
They
And
did
like
really
that's
well
what
with
I
him.
want.
Yeah.
That's all I want. And you know, they took that away from us with the first one.
They did.
They cut away from so many goddamn Godzilla fights with the Muto. And it's just like, dude, fucking do you know what a Godzilla movie's about? It's about us watching the fucking monsters fight. We don't give a flying fuck about the people. Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen, totally irrelevant. Totally fucking
I
irrelevant.
forgot Bryan Cranston.
Brian Cranston
was
was
in,
in it, yes.
Yeah, for until
And
like halfway through the
nobody
second.
gives a fuck about them. We want to see the monsters fight.
Exactly.
So, you know,
there's
the
another
critics
Muto in it.
slamming it. Really? Oh my god.
for like a second, yeah.
But the critics slamming it for being like, oh, it's Peter Travers gave probably the best worst review of it, 2.5 stars. And he's like, you know, he nitpicks all the dumb shit in the movie. He's just like, yeah, but if you're here to just see monsters, then it's gonna be fucking awesome.
It's
like,
correct.
Basically, that's what he came out
Yeah.
and say. I mean, I'm not even paraphrasing. I'm just giving my own summary. But he was just like, if you want to see monsters fight, this movie's fucking cool.
This is the one for you, yeah.
The
literally.
rest of it, story structure and character development wise, bullshit.
Just terrible. Yeah.
But if you want to see a Godzilla in 2019, this is the one.
Yeah.
And speaking of the giant monster stuff, I watched Pacific Rim Uprising.
Yes.
And Jack, you said that you fell asleep a half hour into it, my friend. You are in for a hell of a climax.
Oh dear.
There's more Jaegers with stupid names like
Nice.
Striker Eureka. That's fucking retarded.
It's terrible. It's one of the worst names I've ever heard.
I gotta take that back. My sister listens to the podcast. I'm sorry for the R word, sis.
But gotta be sensitive about those things.
Yes, it's my default. I need to work on that.
I get it.
But, dude, Tokyo gets so fucked up in that movie.
Yeah, Boston gets obliterated in Godzilla.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
They go to Boston and they block it up.
Not a Patriots fan directing that.
Well, it seems like much more of anti-Red Sox fan. is
Really?
who we're dealing
Oh,
with.
did they
Yeah.
fuck with Fenway?
Oh, big time. Oh, Fenway gets... King Ghidorah just steps on Fenway.
His
yeah.
foot covers Fenway?
I mean, he kind of like perches on it.
But still.
Because that's where...
Fenway gets fucked up like Ghidorah.
Exactly.
But Pacific Rim Uprising, Jack, the amount of destruction in that movie is fucking insane. And it's like, you know, it was established in the first Pacific Rim that they have all these bunkers when kaijus attack and stuff like that. There's no way all these buildings got evacuated by the time that this fight was happening. And at one point, John Boyega and Scott Eastwood use this like gravity cannon and start knocking down buildings and throwing it at the fucking kaiju.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I mean, it's 3 kaijus that are melded into one,
Right,
Because
right.
of Charlie. Charlie's the bad guy.
Oh.
Yeah, Charlie Day. Charlie Kelly. But, I mean, sorry to spoil that, but I mean,
No, it's
also,
okay.
you're not very emotionally invested in it.
No.
We weren't invested in the first one. We just wanted to see robots fight aliens. And
Literally.
we fucking saw a stick fight that lasted just about as long. We could have easily done an entire fucking thing.
Charlie Hunnam, get out of the martial arts game.
Mariko dies.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yep, she dies. And I'm just like, she was the worst part of the first movie, so good to see her die. But they literally start throwing buildings at this kaiju, and he's just like, how many buildings does this thing gonna take? And I'm like, there are people in there for sure. They're throwing lives at this fucking kaiju. And like they made a joke out of it.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
That's really what Pacific Rim should be considered as a joke, but like in the best of ways, not in a way that I dislike the movies. We should probably be sitting in front of the mics.
Yeah, but I mean, also we were changing clothes because I
We
wanted
were. Yeah, this fat Thor costume is hot. You're not kidding.
You're telling me. I was literally walking around and just being like, or no, standing, waiting, and I'm just like, I gotta move. I gotta walk around. I gotta move.
Gotta do something.
It's so hot in this fucking thing.
I'm gonna take a piss really quick. We keep talking because
You know,
I can hear you.
well, okay. But, nah, man, these kaiju movies, people show up for one reason and one reason only, is for a fucking giant monster or giant robot brawl. And for them to just, like, you know, or critics or audiences is just to be like, oh, the people are stupid. It's like, why did you show up to watch the people then, huh? Why would you do that? When you know the title of the movie is Godzilla, and they've been showing all these trailers with Ghidorah and Mothra and Rodan and all these fucking guys, and it's just like, how are you going to show up to this and just be like, nah, this movie is not Oscar contender worthy? It's like, well, it wasn't trying to be, pal.
It never was.
Never was.
Yeah.
And just from the pure excitement, I feel like you enjoyed this quite a bit more than 2014 Godzilla.
So much more. So much Godzilla. So much monsters. So much Ghidorah, which was my biggest worry, that he'd just be like something at the end.
Really?
Yeah, I was worried. No, he's in the
he's
whole
in the whole
fucking
thing?
thing. Yeah, he's the guy. And also, quick side note,
So he's
because
the main?
he's like him and Godzilla are pretty much in the whole thing. We're super low on battery in the recorder, and also I feel like we should give Tropic Thunder its own full episode too. You know what I mean?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think, or do you want to try?
I'm not saying wrap it up. I'm just saying maybe save Tropic Thunder for next week, guys. You're getting to see us brainstorm on the spot.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what this whole thing is. But I mean, like, we could
Literally.
do it. And well, here's the thing about Tropic Thunder, because that was the subject of this episode. But we're catching up because we missed a
catch-up
lot.
week.
We missed a lot.
And a lot happened this week.
You know, we don't want to miss this.
we were riffing. Don't miss this.
don't
okay?
miss this riff.
That's right, man.
And but I mean, like, if we are on super low battery, what are we at?
Consistently flashing low battery on the
But
screen.
what time are we at?
Hour 15.
Oh shit! This is longer than a regular podcast.
Yeah.
Well, we could wrap it up and we could do Tropic Thunder next week. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because Jack, here's the thing.
I will watch it again.
I'll watch it again
watch
too
it tonight. Fuck it.
But Jack, watch it with subtitles. It takes it to another level, my dude.
Okay.
Not fucking kidding you. You catch lines that you miss because you like. You remember that part in at the beginning when the RDJ and Ben Stiller are pretending to take a piss with Jay Baruchel. In the background of that scene, the captions have Jack Black's dialogue chasing the bat. And so, like, and I missed some stuff. So, like, from watching it the first time, you know, when Jack Black's chasing the bat after it steals his heroin, it just falls out of the sky out of nowhere. And I thought that, like, he slingshotted it or knocked it out of the sky somehow. But he runs up and he jumps on it and he goes, "You OD'd!" And I'm like, no fucking way. That is hilarious.
That's great. Yeah, no, okay. We should watch it with subtitles then.
Yes.
Before. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm down to watch it. And, I mean, like, I hope this episode was coherent enough to justify itself.
Oh, this is one of the funnest episodes.
We reviewed some stuff.
Here's the thing. People are talking to me about the catch-ups. They're not talking about the movie reviews, which they are, but, like, they're, you know.
Well, I mean, it's what's good.
There's 1,000 podcasts doing movie and TV reviews.
Oh, yeah.
But there's not 1,000 of us.
There's not 1,000 Jackadees and Sam BBs out there. And, I mean, that's really what the whole subject of the show is, to not miss this.
Nah.
This magic that we
right.
got going on between us. So, I think, honestly, I had a great time.
Great.
I spent most of it talking about Comic-Con. And so, let's go ahead and wrap it up, Pally Pal. Save Tropic Thunder for next week, because I got some details about the show to just get into. Or movie. But, you know, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing this show with you, man.
It's my favorite part of the week.
You can catch me on social media at It's Butler Time. You can catch him on Instagram at JackieD62. Find us on all the fucking podcast things. And go ahead and share this with people.
Do it.
Please.
Spread the word.
We want to have MeUndies as a sponsor. I'm going to go ahead and plug MeUndies because that's my goal, Jack.
Nice.
I want some MeUndies. I want the sweatpants. I want the tops. I want more underwear. I want all my underwear to be MeUndies. This is the one free ad that MeUndies gets.
And that's
And they better sponsor us.
I'm going to do a quick sponsor as well. Rasta pants. We should be allowed to wear them more in public. That's all I have to say.
Oh, yeah. You want to go to a steakhouse in Rasta pants?
Fuck yeah. I
Okay.
do.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right.
Talk to y'all next week.
Love ya.
Bye.